Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have a lot to go over today. We're going to discuss XRP-backed securities. We're going to talk about RLUSD and stablecoin regulation. We're going to talk about the Brazilian XRP ETF. We're going to discuss FedNow with HBAR and of course XRP. We're going to talk about Bank of America and RLUSD. I do think Bank of America is going to have their own stablecoin here in the next, coming maybe months, depending how quickly they can get regulation passed. We're also going to talk about Tunes, and we're going to talk about the connections to Visa. But first, we need to address the elephant in the room, $2.18 XRP. This is actually, the entire market is currently experiencing a massive downtrend right now. We broke through all the support and most of these tokens. Bitcoin is at 84,000, Ethereum's at 2,300, BNB 1,600, Solana is at $132. Dogecoin is down 20%. Cardano is down 15%. You can just take a look here, guys, at the top 100. I mean, this is rough. This is rough. And if you take a look at the history in February was supposed to be a really good month for us and the growth of the crypto market. Right now, it is painful to see what is happening. Of course, I have some ideas that I think are affecting the market. I'm going to talk about those ideas in my Sensei chat today at 2:30 PST, and I'll touch with some more information on Friday at 2:30. I do think this has to do with the trade war and things like that. If you take a look at the stock market, that's also being affected heavily. I think people are a little anxious and nervous about a 25% hike across the board on things that they buy every single day, including food, vegetables, gasoline. All of these things are going to be more expensive because of the current situation in Washington. And I don't know what can fix this, right? I don't know what can fix this. I'd love to understand what you think is going on in the crypto market. Please let me know down below. This is just a few things that I've been noticing, and I wanted to share those for you. But let's go ahead and get into the XRP news. Hopefully, we will be looking at better days ahead. But right now, we got to get through whatever we're going to get through here. So this is saying, what is XRP-backed securities? XRP-backed securities are financial products whose value is tied to XRP, the native cryptocurrency of the Ripple network. Native currency of the XRPL, Think of them like stocks or commodities, except instead of holding gold or company shares, they are linked to the price of XRP. These securities allow investors to gain exposure to XRP and the crypto market without directly buying and storing the cryptocurrency. So this is really interesting. You're talking about ETPs, you're talking about ETFs here, and there's going to be other financial products that are going to be created around, spot and future with XRP. And I do think, if you take a look at the analysts from JP Morgan saying that this could bring $3 to $8 billion into the XRP ecosystem, I think that is a great step. If you look at Bitcoin, it's over $110 billion was put into Bitcoin through ETFs. And I think this is a great way for institutions and bigger players to invest in the asset without, of course, needing their own wallet. And I think this is going to really open up the doors to those investors. And that's exactly who we need to maybe hope stabilize this market right now, because it's scary, guys. It's scary. It says, why Ripple president Monica Long is tweeting like this. Do we have some sort of PayPal partnership coming? Okay. She says, sounds familiar. It says, Bloomberg Crypto, PayPal plans to integrate its stablecoin into more of its products this year in an effort to address all of the merchants' needs through a single platform. So this person kind of missed what Monica Long was saying. When she's saying it sounds familiar, she's saying that Ripple itself is doing the same thing with stablecoins. I guess this person maybe didn't make that connection, or they're engagement farming. Either way, I'm going to tell you how I see it. And I see this as this is nothing to do with PayPal. This is just saying that we Ripple are in fact bringing RLUSD into multiple products right now, because banks are very interested in using a highly regulated stablecoin in some of their payment infrastructure. So it says how XRP will benefit from the upcoming US stablecoin regulations. Remember, we will probably see stablecoin regulation before we see any type of digital asset legislation. The reason for that is stablecoin legislation should be easier to get through. When it comes to crypto regulation, there's a lot of different aspects of things that need to be considered. what crypto fits into what bucket and how that is, processed and how you get to that. So, hopefully over the next few months, we will see stablecoin regulation pass through. Obviously, if things don't happen by like August, it could be delayed until either the end of this year or even 2026. That would be horrible. I just think there's probably a lot of things that are front and center currently right now with, the Trump administration in Washington. And, there was a lot of promises made to crypto people, and I hope those promises are kept. It does look like, the committees and the people that they are putting in place have been moving this forward. We just haven't seen a bill quite yet, but hopefully that is coming. This says the upcoming U.S. stablecoin regulations, particularly the Genesis Act, will significantly boost XRP's adoption and utility through its connection to Ripple USD-backed stablecoin RLUSD, which operates on the XRP ledger and on Ethereum. With the act mandating reserve requirements, audits, and licensing, RLUSD will gain credibility and regulatory compliance, making it more attractive to institutional investors. Remember, RLUSD actually has an audit every single month, right? Compare that to USDT that's been out since 2014 and has never actually been able to complete an audit. This is a no-brainer for banks and financial institutions. This is why USDT is pretty much being banned in major economies like the US, like the EU. And this is why the team at USDT Tether is going to countries that allow some of this. We don't know what's going on here. All right. Yeah, you can operate over there, Tether. It's cool. Yeah. All right. This will drive increased usage on the XRP ledger, directly benefiting XRP. Here's how. Every RLUSD transaction requires a small XRP denominated fee, which is burned. Okay. Reducing the overall supply as RLUSD adoption grows, especially in cross-border payments and remittances. Demand for XRP as a bridge asset will rise, increasing its liquidity and market value. Just really quickly, guys, there's only been 13 million XRP burned in the last, since 2012. This is really not something that I would be saying, hey, this is going to really increase the price of XRP over the next few years. I would be lying to you if I told you that. So just understand that the burn is so minimal. It's so low. Even if you get up to, doing, billions, if not trillions of dollars in payments a day, you probably won't live to see the day where a few billion XRP is burned. Like, it's just not going to happen over the next few decades. Regulatory clarity from the Genesis Act will also strengthen XRP's legal standing. While XRP is not a stablecoin, operating within a regulated framework will help solidify its status as a utility token rather than security, providing greater certainty for investors and businesses. The act will also position XRP more competitively against central bank digital currencies. Trump's executive order banned the creation of a federal CBDC, but endorsed private sector stablecoins as a way to reinforce US dollars. So now, this is very bullish for Ripple. Okay. Trump, the Trump administration and Republicans do not want a CBDC. So they're going to lean on private sector stablecoins. And the company with the highest regulated private sector stablecoin is, if you said RLUSD and Ripple, you have the right answer. Congratulations. Star. All right. With stablecoins playing a growing role in global trade and settlement, RLUSD's compliance with U.S. regulations will make it a preferred option for financial institutions looking for a dollar-denominated digital asset that operates on the XRP ledger. Absolutely. Totally agree with that. It says this environment will create more transaction volume from RLUSD. You're already seeing huge transaction volume, over $100 million per day happening right now on RLUSD. It says increasing the use of XRP and its fees for liquidity. I thought one day you saw $600 million. Something crazy. It says by bridging stability and compliance to stablecoin transactions on the XRP ledger, the Genesis Act will enhance XRP's role in global finance during the price upwards and demand increases. Okay. And so here's all of that, guys. I am not going to read all this to you. But if I will click on this, I will kind of give it to you on the screen here. If you want to go ahead and take a look at some of these points, this is kind of the stuff I just read to you. So I would just kind of be doing it twice, but hopefully this helps you get a better understanding of what's happening around stablecoins in the United States. Of course, Brazil's Hashdex set to launch the world's first spot XRP ETF. The FOMO 11 fund will start trading on April 2nd. Now we have a date. That's really incredible to see. I wouldn't be surprised if the US ETFs are not far behind this. I do think you're going to see a lot of news in March, maybe April, about this, and they're going to roll this out as soon as humanly possible. The only thing, of course, holding it back is the case, right? So they're going to have to put the case behind us. The Ripple case and the appeal needs to go up in smoke in order for ETFs to push forward. And I do think the Trump administration has said that they want a fresh start with the crypto industry, and they have shown that so far by dropping the Coinbase case and a few others. So I think Ripple is definitely next. You also have this breaking news. The WEF member has confirmed that HBAR has been integrated into Federal Reserve to expand its partnership with XRP, paving the way for RLUSD payments. FedNow, HBAR, and Ripple, definitely big connections there. You also have this, only 680 XRP is required to become a millionaire. Let me play it.
How much XRP would you need to become a millionaire? Let's break it down. We've seen the evolution of money, from gold to fiat, and now to digital currencies. XRP is one of the most advanced cryptos, designed to be adopted by global banks, and it could soon be used globally. With SWIFT handling $5 trillion in daily transactions, if XRP would only handle 10% of it, a large part of the $82 trillion global market capitalization would flow through XRP, sending its market cap and price soaring to over $1,400. This means that only 680 XRP would suffice to make you a millionaire.
Okay, hold on. Let's double check something here. So they said 10% of 5 trillion, which is $500 billion. Okay. If $500 billion a day is processed on the XRPL for payments, what impact would that have on the XRP price per token? Let's just see, man. $1,400 sounds steep. Okay. Increased demand. The processing of such a large amount of money. Payments would require substantial liquidity in XRP. This increased demand for XRP token would likely drive up the price, blah, blah, blah. Assuming that the daily transaction volume is 500 billion, the annual volume would be around 182.5 trillion. This far exceeds the current SWIFT transaction volume. Just give me the numbers, man. Okay, yeah, see, like, this isn't right. If we assume that 10% of the daily transaction volume, 50 billion, needs to be held in XRP for liquidity purpose with a circulating supply of around 40 billion XRP tokens. See, it just did not give us the information we wanted. The current circulating supply of XRP is 57 billion tokens. If the XRPL is used to move 500 billion per day, how much is each XRP? Let's see if we can get it to come up. Because $1,400 sounds steep, man. It sounds real steep. Yeah, this is saying $8.77 per XRP. Like, it's not really how much volume you're going to do, right? Because you can reuse XRP. You're going to need to bring value on chain, not just process value. So, I don't think these numbers are correct, and I definitely don't think these numbers are correct. So just, please understand that. Had to do a little bit more investigation on that. Just doesn't. Oof. Bank of America to launch US dollar peg crypto stablecoin if lawmakers pass legislation. Here is the clip from the CEO of Bank of America. Let me play it.
It's pretty clear there's going to be a stablecoin, which is going to be a fully dollar-backed, type of thing, which is no different than a money market fund with check access. It's no different than a bank account, really. And so, if they make that legal, we'll go into that business. So you'll have a Bank of America coin and a US dollar deposit, and we'll be able to move them back and forth because now it hasn't been legal for us to do it, but it's just then like another foreign currency. The question of what it's useful for is going to be interesting.
Guys, listen, the CEO of Bank of America is basically saying as long as it is legal and we actually get legislation from Congress saying that it is, we will have a Bank of America stablecoin. Now, let me ask you this question. Bank of America does not have their own blockchain, okay? They are not going to develop their own blockchain because they would be developing another siloed system. They are partnered with Ripple, right? And so in my eyes, how I see this playing out is that Bank of America would go to Ripple and saying, hey, we want to create a Bank of America stablecoin on the XRP ledger so value can move instantaneously. And then also there's going to be other banks that follow suit, right? And I imagine you're having hundreds of different stable coins from banks all on the same network. So in fact, you can really bypass the SWIFT system, right? Because you can interchange Bank of America stablecoin into Wells Fargo stablecoin or whatever bank is on the other side. You could go into dollars. You can go into crypto. Remember, the XRP ledger is filled with thousands of different currencies from all over the world. Some of it's crypto, some of it's actual real hard currency, right? And to be able to go in and out of whatever you want instantaneously for pennies, that is the system that these bankers are very, very interested in, because they could actually make more money day to day and offer their customers better services. That is the best of both worlds, guys. This is something that very rarely happens, that banks are going to move to. First, they said, no, never going to happen, right? Until crypto got to a point where you can't put it back in the box. And now banks are saying, you know what, we'll gladly adopt it. Just give us the rules so we can do that properly. You also have this. Visa is partnered with Thunes for global digital currency transactions. Thunes uses XRP for settlement. Here is that information. Visa expands partnership worldwide. Swift tests digital currencies. Visa is working with Thunes, LemFi, and Western Union to expand its reach. Swift has completed testing of 38 global digital currencies and more. You better believe that XRP is probably one of those currencies. You also have this. The CEO of Ripple partner Thunes Payments describes Ripple as the network layer, crypto native network for infrastructure utilizing blockchain and exchanges for transfers. XRP, XRPL, Thunes, the connector layer to bridge the digital asset ecosystem and mobile wallets. Remember, guys, not everybody in the world has a bank account, but a lot of people have mobile wallets on their phones. And to bank those unbanked people would be, a way to level the playing field globally. And I believe that's what they're talking about. They're also talking about leveling the playing field when it comes to banks and institutions having like a monopoly on payments, right? Like HSBC, Citibank, and JP Morgan have like a conglomerate on some of those banking rails, right? Where they can basically charge other banks to use those rails, and they get a fee of all of that stuff. So it's interesting to see this. So here it is, 20 years in fintech. I've never witnessed a change like this. Here you go. Connection layer, network layer, Ripple. And then of course you have Circle, and you have the application layer on the other side. All right, here you go. The XRP Ledger EVM sidechain mainnet launch is second quarter of 2025. So this is actually right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. This is months away. XRP will be the main token used to pay for transactions on this network, including all financial applications. Furthermore, the release of the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain, which is slated for mainnet launch in the second quarter of 2025, is expected to attract more developers to the network. That's exactly what we need. This development aims to integrate developers from the EVM ecosystem into the XRPL framework by enabling support for protocols that are not feasible on the existing XRPL infrastructure. XRP will be the main token used to pay for transacting on this network, including all financial applications. Love to see that. And then, of course, guys, Ripple custody. The reason I wanted to show you this is because I believe that every single one of these banks or institutions are going to have their own types of stablecoins in the future. And I also believe that their value that they are holding, when the value of a stock or a bond or some type of derivative gets tokenized, I do believe that value will in fact live on the XRP ledger. And that's really what I am waiting for. It'd be great to move, $500 billion a day or $1 trillion a day. That would be an enormous feat for any blockchain network, including the XRP ledger. But if you're really talking about how we all kind of walk away from this retired, you really need to bring on 100 to 2 to 300 trillion dollars on the XRP ledger. And that is going to take some time. But I do think that it is an inevitability, right? You are going to see 1.4, 2 quadrillion dollars coming on chain, being processed on chain because of the savings and how instantaneously they can, do that value. It's just going to be like, how long is this going to take, right? How long do we have to wait? And will we have more opportunities to accumulate more XRP or other crypto assets? I believe absolutely we will. Right now we even have this dip. You could call this stressful, or you can call this an opportunity, right? It just depends on how you want to look at this, right? Are we going to go lower from here? It's a real possibility. I hope not, but obviously we need to be looking at this as both ways. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. If you got anything out of this video, please hit like. I love you so much for all your support. If you made it to the end, please let me know down in the comments. I really appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.